Good evening, everyone. Welcome to South Boston, Virginia for the Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series, the SOBO Bash, in store for you all tonight. We're here at South Boston Speedway, 4/10 of a mile oval. Facility was opened in 1957 as a dirt oval, paved in 1962 with 12 degrees of banking in the corners, 10 degrees on the straights. Past winners include names like Petty, Pearson, Baker, Waltrip, and Earnhardt, just to name a few. Who from the SCAR series will add their name to that list tonight? About to find out. Practice underway here at South Boston. About 8 minutes left in the session. So far, top time this evening, Colt Ansley of 14:85. Close behind Cody Harger. 1/100th of a second off of that pace. Before we get too deep into things, I want to make note. I'm sure everybody is aware of the storms that have ripped through Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, multiple states kind of in the southern to Midwest there. Last Friday night, wreaking havoc on those areas. Historic storms, historic tornadoes. Those areas certainly in need of some help. If you're able to donate, please visit the American Red Cross, redcross.org/donate, or call 1-800-HELP-NOW. I know on the website side of things, it's a $10 minimum. If you can spare it, please do so. It is very much in need for those affected. Time enough for about one more lap here in the session. Looks like Colt Ansley's going to finish it up on top of the board. Cody Harger came awfully close to besting that time. Not quite enough. 14:86 for the 66. 14:85 for Colt Ansley. Qualifying session about to get underway. Fastest in practice, Colt Ansley rolling out of the pit lane. Start his attempt. Certainly going to be a contender here tonight for pole position. Track position will be important here tonight. Only 10 cars in the session, but still, track position will make a difference. Not the easiest place to make passes. First lap for Ansley, the 14:91. Not quite what he ran in practice. Cody Harger ran at 92 his first lap. Just looking at the live timing. Little loose by Colt Ansley off the corner. Puts it in the fence. Lap 2 for Bobby Hamilton Jr. Maybe only lap 1. 15:12 for the 16 machine. Carson Conway out on track. First lap for Carson of 15:28. Lap 2 for Carson Conway, a bit of an improvement of 15:189 for the number 72. Still showing 3 cars left to make an attempt here. Justin Napier, Mark Truxell, Thomas McMullen. Again, while we wait for this qualifying session to wrap up, about 2.5 minutes to go, we'll put the graphic back up. If you want to help out with any of this storm relief, please contact the American Red Cross by calling 1-800-HELP now. You can donate via the phone, or if you want to go online, redcross.org/donate. Minimum donation of $10, but you can certainly throw in as much as you can afford or willing to part with. Every little bit will certainly be helpful and used to its good. Less than 2 minutes left in the qualifying session before we go official. Justin Napier, Mark Truxell, Thomas McMullen have yet to hit the track. Thomas, a late ad here this evening. That's going to wrap it up. Thomas McMullen, Mark Truxell, Justin Napier did not make an attempt in qualifying. They will start from the rear. Keeping in mind, Thomas McMullen will also need to have an EOL penalty applied for his last win at the halfway caution, though he will be starting out back at the beginning of this race. Thomas will roll off in the 8th spot. That said, let's take a look at our starting grid. Officially, Colt Ansley on the pole. Lap time 14.911 seconds. Wasn't able to cash in a second lap, but didn't need to. The 86 starts from P1. Cody Harger rolls off from the 2nd spot. The number 66 Charger Racing Machine, Alan DeFries, in the 71 is 3rd. Neil Quick in the number 2, a relatively new add to the SCAR series. He starts 4th. Bobby Hamilton Jr. also getting into the session late, but still throws down a 5th place qualifying run. Carson Conway is going to start from the 6th position, while Jeff Napier is 7th. Thomas McMullen will roll off from the 8th spot. Mark Truxell 9th after a win last night in the Road Series in that Aston Martin DBR9, winning at Mid-Ohio. And Justin Napier will start shotgun on the field in the 10th position. Pace car ducks off the racing surface. We're going green. Green flag in the air. Cody Harger actually on the outside with a great start. Cole Ansley down low to his inside off turn number 2. Keeping it close. Dives to the inside into 3 and 4. Do have a caution already, though. Unfortunately, Thomas McMullen may have been involved. Yeah, Thomas did not get any practice early on. At least I did not see him in the session. Let's take a look and see what happened to the 0-2. See Thomas up in that high line in the 0-2 Murder Creek Distillery machine on the outside of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Pick up the pace a little bit here. Ooh, not sure if there was contact there. Let's rewind it a bit just to be sure. Looks like a little bit of net code between the 16 and the 0-2. Thomas was coming down ever so slightly, but got spun around before contact was made. Five laps in here at the SOBO Bash, Super Late Model Series Superior Class Auto Racing event, South Boston, Virginia. We got the green flag and pretty much went right to caution. We're going to give it another try here, get the restart here, I believe, with 6 laps on the board. Green flag out. Old Ansley off and running. Good restart by the 86. Old Ansley looking pretty strong out at the front of the field. Cody Harger with some pressure from the 2 of Neil Quick. Further back, Bobby Hamilton Jr. trying to make his way around the 72 of Carson Conway. This is for the 4th position. Carson has it. Bobby wants it. Looking to the inside. No gain there. Off the corner, though. Bobby to the inside of Carson Conway is going to take the position here off. It looks like turn number 4. Starting to lose my bearings a little bit. Alan DeFries also putting pressure on the 72 of Carson Conway. Carson Conway so far holding on to that 5th position. Stabilized in front of the 71 of Alan DeFries. A little loose off the corner is the 72. Allows Alan DeFries to get back up onto the back bumper. Meanwhile, Alan DeFries now has company in the form of Thomas McMullen. Clearly not too much damage to that machine. Just brought the yellow out with a bit of a spin. 15 laps in here at SOBO. First thing I'm going to do if we get the opportunity and another caution is grab myself a fried bologna. This place is famous for them, I hear. Thomas McMullen looks awful quick in behind the 71. Speaking of quick, Neil Quick up to the 2nd spot. He has gotten around the 66 of Cody Harger. Now he's got the 86 of Colt Ansley in his sights. right on board with the 2 machine of Neil Quick. Only 19 laps into tonight's event, and you can see the brakes already taking a beating on these cars. This is the left rear hub assembly on the machine of the number 2, Neil Quick, already getting some serious heat in it. We've also got a camera on the left front, not as hot, but certainly getting warmed up. That red number 2 has caught Colt Ansley here 21 laps in. Not wasting any time once he got around the 66 of Harger. Field working through turns 1 and 2. Colt Ansley still leads. Neil Quick, Cody Harger, Bobby Jr., Alan DeFries, your top 5. Neil Quick is right there, tried to get the drive off into the 86, had to check up just a bit to avoid contact. Seems like the Quick car on track right now is the 2 of Quick. Trying to put that R&R racewear machine in the wind and in the lead. So far sits P2. Needs to get around the 86 of Colt Ansley to do anything with it. Back on board the number 2 machine of Neil Quick. This will be the roof camera as he tries to track down Colt Ansley. He's there, just needs to find a run to get to the inside of the 86. So far, not presented itself. See, they're catching the last car on the lead lap, the number 5 of Mark Truxell. Mark actually did have an incident of some sorts here about 10 laps ago. It shows in the live timing. Lap 20 crash for the 5. Doesn't look too damaged, and it wasn't enough for a caution, but nevertheless, he's going to lose a lap here as they go across the start-finish line. Gets out of the way, lets the leaders go. Certainly a gentleman's move by the 5. Top 3 under a blanket here at South Boston. Colt Ansley still has the lead. Has had it since the most recent restart. We had a caution at the first lap. Cody Harger looked strong on the initial start, but Colt was ready and waiting on the restart. Got the jump on the 66, has led ever since. Neil Quick has also gotten by the 66 of Cody Harger and now is putting pressure on our leader, Colt Ansley. Can't get too excited. Looks to the inside, though, on the apron. Gutsy move by the 2 of Neil Quick. He's not going to have the drive off. I was just going to say he's going to have to keep an eye on the mirror, too, as the 66 of Harger is right there, ready to pounce as well. One small mistake from the 2 car, and he's going to be back to 3rd. I will say, Neil Quick, definitely the faster machine on the track right now. Able to stick with the 86, but clean air makes a huge difference how these cars handle. Ansley certainly using that to his advantage here. Neil Quick's going to have to turn a perfect lap, try to get underneath the 86 of Cole Ansley if he's going to take over the lead here. Last lap, Colt and Neil both ran identical lap times, while Cody Harger ran 2/100ths of a second slower. So top three all very evenly matched here as we watch this race here at lap 39 from South Boston. Terry, it's a quiet night in the stream chat. You and Don so far the only ones. I haven't seen Eddie Rose or really anybody. I'll have to look. I might have increased the security protocols on the chats just due to some spamming issues. That might be part of it. You got to be a subscriber, at least on the YouTube side. Could be part of it. I'll make sure I loosen things up for tomorrow. I don't want to go away from this battle up in the top three right now. They've all been running very close together as we approach halfway. Unbelievable, we've already clicked off almost 50 laps so far. I know as soon as I start looking through the rest of the field, these guys are going to battle, and I think I'm going to miss a lead change or something like that. It happens all the time. So nope. Sticking to my guns. I'm sticking with these guys. We're going to keep an eye on the top three. Maybe we'll widen out the cameras a little bit. You see Bobby Jr. there in the 4th position. 5th runs the 71 of Alan DeFries. Thomas McMullen 6th. Justin Napier 7th. Carson Conway back to 8th. Jeff Napier is 9th. And again, Mark Truxell, after an early incident lap 2, has lost a lap. It's the only car lap down, though, so if we get a caution, he can keep it to 1 lap. He can get back on the lead lap, possibly get that car repaired to his liking and be competitive once again. Quick look into the inside again, tries to dive it down low. Nothing doing for the 2. Work off turn 4 into turn 1. Such a short lap here at 4/10 of a mile. Knocking him out in 15 seconds or less, or it's free. Bet your bottom dollar, though, if this is the last 10 laps of the race, Neil Quick is not going to be as patient as he is. Might have to use the bumper to move the 86 out of the way. Colt is quicker. I'm sorry, Colt is a little bit slower, it appears, based on the last lap time. We're all within 2/100ths of a second. However, Cody Harger was the quickest car on the track that last lap. Cole Ansley picks up the pace a bit. It's up to a car length. Caution is out. Good news for Mark Truxell. Halfway break for these guys. That'll give Mark the lap back with the wave around or the lucky dog, depending on what they select. Probably lucky dog. He's the only car 1 lap down. With that, we're going to take a very short break and a message from our partner, the Hateful Chicken. Cody Harger continues to lead, coming to lap 60. Doesn't quite have the pace of those guys behind him, but track position very important. Paying off so far for Cody Harger. What would I do without you guys? David, I appreciate it. Don Harger, same thing. There's this thing called a mute button that I got to hit and unhit when I come back. Appreciate it. Justin Napier right on the back bumper, the 66 off the corner into turn number 1. He's right there, definitely faster. It's kind of what we were watching with the two of Neil Quick and Colt Ansley the first half of the race. Now it's Cody Harger up front. Justin Napier right in behind. Might have to use the bumper, but don't look now. Here comes the two of Neil Quick. Top 5 under a blanket. Here off the corner, contact with the 2 and the 16 of Bobby Jr. Neil Quick down low. Caution is out. Jeff Napier involved. Carson Conway involved. Let's take a peek at the Hateful Chicken instant replay, see what happened there. .40 of Jeff Napier, trying to get to the inside of Colt. Has to check up a little bit, gets contact with the 71 of DeFries. Goes right over the roof of Alan DeFries. Not sure if Carson Conway comes barreling in afterwards and collects the 40. Mark Truxell goes to the high side. Yeah, Carson Conway just comes in and nails the 40 of Jeff Napier. And there you have it. So at this point, Cody Harger retains the lead, still on his original set of tires. Don't know if the 66 driver is regretting that decision. He had pretty good track position before the pit cycle. If he'd come in with everybody, as they mostly did, he might have been okay. So far, so good, though. The 66 retains the lead. Fortunately, you've got some pretty impatient guys in behind the 54 and the 2, Napier and Quick. Again, Justin's pit stop was about 16 plus seconds. In these cars, that may only be right sides. Neil Quick, 22 points, a set of 4 tires and fuel if need be. The only other car out there that didn't put 4 on was probably Thomas McMullen, ran a 13.3 second stop. That maybe could have been just repairs. It's hard to say, but we're going to find out. Green will rise to the top here at the end of the race. Lights are off on the iRacing pace car. We're going to be going green this time by. Pace car hits pit lane, green in the air. Cody Harger spins the tires a little bit, but he gets away with it. Ooh, Justin Napier up in the high lane in the loose stuff. Gonna get passed by the 2 of Neil Quick, maybe not. Justin battling back on the outside. Neil Quick down low, Bobby Hamilton Jr. in behind the 2. Now Bobby Hamilton Jr. and Justin Napier battling together here. This is for the 3rd position. Justin has it. 2 Hateful Chicken machines in a proverbial cockfight. Justin Napier keeps the spot, slides down in behind the 2 of Neil Quick. Bobby Hamilton Jr. back to 5th. Thomas McMullen has worked his way up to 4th. A lot of action up in the front of the field here. The top 5 in a big jumble. Up front, though, Neil Quick taking over the lead from Cody Harger. Cody now back to 3rd, not in a good position. Old tires, not in the preferred groove. Lap 72 of 100. Cody's going to have to hang on or pray for a caution. 66 car dropping back through the field, now back to the 4th position. Now pressure from the 16 of Bobby Jr. Some of these guys I see running that extreme low lane down in the apron. They found some grip down there, making it work. No banking on the flat, but it is gripped up. Back out front, Neil Quick with the 4 fresh tires. Got a couple of car lengths on Justin Napier. Out the back window towards the 0-2 with Thomas McMullen. Neil Quick is your leader. Thomas has passed the 54. Thomas making those 2 tires, or maybe even no tires, work to his advantage here with 24 laps to go. Two and a half car lengths, the gap to the front position. The 2 leads, the 0-2 is in second. 54 of Justin Napier runs third. Gap first to second, relatively stable here with 21 laps to go. Neil Quick has it. Thomas McMullen in the second spot. Justin Napier still third. Justin, our biggest mover on the night, up 7 positions from where he started. He did not qualify for tonight's event. At least did not make a time in qualifying. And we do have a yellow. Jeff Napier involved. Looks like Bobby Hamilton Jr. maybe have wrecked on lap 77 as well. Didn't catch that, but we are under yellow. This is going to be a big advantage for Cody Harger if he decides to take tires here with 19 laps to go. Let's first look at the incident with Bobby Hamilton Jr., see what we can see here. 16, the THC Hateful Chicken Machine. Didn't even really catch it there. Let's rewind it again and take another look. Looks like Bobby just got loose off the corner. Nothing significant, but enough to send him down to the bottom. Now we'll look at Jeff Napier's incident. Might be one of the same. We'll see. Here's the 40 of Napier. Alan DeFries just in behind. Yep, gets into the 40, spins Jeff Napier up the track. Not sure if Jeff came down, hard to tell from that angle. Well, that said, Cody Harger just leaving the pit lane with some fresh tires. Everybody else did the same, so it's going to put everybody except for, looks like Colt Ansley and Alan DeFries on equal footing here late in the race. 30-lap fresher tires for the rest of the field. Colt Ansley, Alan DeFries may be sitting ducks here. Expect the bumper to be used. Mark Truxell now up to the 3rd spot, though, however. Mark, not the most aggressive guy out there, kind of known for running clean races, bringing the car home, being there at the end. That's kind of how he got things, well, working in his favor last night at Mid-Ohio in the sports car series. Just ran all the laps, kept it on the pavement, didn't spin the car out maybe once. Ended up taking home a victory. It's Mark's first victory on the season in the sports car series, so congratulations to Mark. He's sitting here now in the 3rd spot with an opportunity to possibly go 2 nights in a row if he can get around the 86 and the 71. Again, Mark does have fresh tires, so we'll see how aggressive he wants to be on this next restart with 14 to go. Pace car hits the pit lane. Colt Ansley is in the throttle right away. 71 to Alan DeFries spins the tires. Up the track, Mark Truxell down low. Move the 5 to the 2nd spot, but Neil Quick battling hard to his inside. Neil Quick wants back to the front as soon as possible. This is music to the ears of Cole Ansley as he's getting the opportunity to get away while second, third, and fourth battle for position. 13 laps to go, South Boston Speedway. Cole Ansley out to almost a full second advantage. $11 laps to go. Don't know if Neil Quick's going to have the time to get back to the bumper of Cole Ansley. He does have fresher tires than the 86, but Cody Harger loose off turn 4, saves it, doesn't put it in the wall. Neil Quick has caught the 86 in a hurry. 9 laps to go. It's a car length back to the 2. They work through turns 1 and 2. This time right on the back bumper of the 86. Neil Quick taking a peek to the inside. Might have the spot. He gets a nose in low. Driving off the corner here. Can he get the position? So far into turn 1, he's side by side with the 86. The battle for the lead and possibly the win here at South Boston. Still side by side into turns 3 and 4. Neil Quick on the bottom. Cole Ansley up high. Justin Napier into the picture in the 3rd spot. Cole Ansley gets loose off the corner into the fence. Give the lead to Neil Quick. The number 2 goes to P1. Justin Napier slides into the 2nd spot as well. Coming to 6 laps to go for Neil Quick. Justin Napier now going to have to track down the 2, see if he can do anything with Quick. Justin giving it all he's got. Car loose and sideways off every corner. Not leaving any of it on the table. Car length back, Neil Quick to Justin Napier. 5 laps to go. Justin loose once again off turn 4, gathers it up. Still a car length gap. Neil Quick off turn 2, 2.5 laps to go. In through 3 and 4, they click off in such a hurry. Justin Napier right there, maybe half a car length, was cooling the tires for a bit, has gained a little bit on the 2 machine. Lap and a half to go for Neil Quick, and this one's going to be his. Was second a couple of weeks ago in his debut here in the series. He's looked real strong most of the night. He leads here with an opportunity. White flag is in the air. Through turns 1 and 2, down the straightaway for the final time. Neil Quick, one more opportunity for Justin Napier. It's not going to happen. Neil Quick off turn 4 sees the checkered flag. Neil Quick is going to win the SOBO Bash at South Boston, Virginia. The Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series. He is victorious. Well, he looked really good in the race, but that was not the greatest of celebratory burnouts or donuts, I must say, Neil. Got to work on that one. That's going to wrap things up here from South Boston. We're going to take a short break and be with our top 3 in just a moment. Stand by. Welcome back to South Boston Speedway. Tonight's SOBO Bash is in the books. Your winner, Neil Quick, about to join us in the broadcast booth. Let's go to Neil right now. It's Steve Singer in the HBR TV booth. Neil, do you got a copy?
Yeah, Steve, how you doing, bud?
Not as good as you, man. Congratulations. You looked super strong out there all night this evening. Some tire strategy late, some cautions late. Tell us what your mindset was coming into tonight and with that final restart.
Well, I mean, going back to the super late model race at IRP, I wasn't going to lose not having tires this time. Um, but no, I mean, the racing was incredible.
Tell us about that move trying to get around Colt Ansley in the 86. Colt was very strong most of the night. He opted to stay out on that last stop, so you did have 30-lap newer tires. Was that really the difference maker in getting by the 86?
Yeah, I believe so, Steve. I think that Colt was really fast on new tires, and unfortunately, with him not having his fresh tires, it was easier to get around him. I was kind of worried about the guys that definitely did have new tires. I know Thomas and them guys. I think they checked up on that restart there. I had to go back and watch the replay a little bit more. But fortunately, I was able to get to the bottom side pretty quick and get around a couple cars that allowed me to get to Colt. And then once I got around him, I know Justin was hot on my heels. I was just waiting for him to make his move there before the end.
Well, it was certainly a great race to watch, a fun race to call. It's you guys get around here so fast at 15 seconds a lap. Sometimes it's tough to even call all the action, but most of it seemed to be up front tonight. You were a part of most of it. Congratulations on your first win in the SCAR Series. I think this is a second place and a first place in 2 races, so you're off to a pretty good start here.
It's fun racing with these guys. They're all basically the same speed as I am, and it's fun and great group of guys that like to have fun racing. So appreciate them letting me get in here and race with them, and everything else. I know broadcast is great, and really excited about maybe tomorrow night being in the Cup Series for the first time with the guys.
Well, Neil, it's certainly a pleasure to have you here racing with us. It's fun to watch. You were certainly quick out there. Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys doing the broadcast, the Hateful Chicken, all the sponsors for the Scar Series, um, and of course just R&R Racewear. Do great apparel for all the racers out there, so check it out, r-r racewear.com. And yeah, had a lot of fun tonight, guys. So look forward to tomorrow night.
All right, Neil, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night at Charlotte for the Hateful Chicken Run. Next week at maybe Southern National. You running ARCA or no?
Sir, I'll be at the ARCA car next Monday night too.
All right, keep an eye out for Neil Quick, tonight's winner at South Boston. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow, and good luck.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
It's your winner, Neil Quick. Next up in the booth, we're going to go to Justin Napier. Justin Napier, Steve Singer in the HBR TV booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
How's it going, Steve?
It's going well. Good job. Nice run tonight. Not quite a win, but a second place. Nothing to be a slouching about. You were hoping to get a top 3 tonight. You certainly met that goal and got one better. Tell us about your evening.
Undeniably, the Hateful Chicken 54 was not the fastest car on the track. That 2 car, Neil Quick, man, he was just on a whole new level. But this is a Hateful Chicken sponsored event, so I had to bring it home, in top 3. I hate that the other Hateful Chicken car didn't make it to the end of the race, but sometimes that's how it plays out. But in the end there, I don't know. I kind of think I accepted second before the race was over, even though I had opportunity there at Neil. I just think that he was just on such a level. It was just hard to really think that I could get under him.
You both had equal footing as far as tires were concerned. You looked strong most of the night, certainly up front at multiple stages during the evening. Was there anything you could have done short of the bump and run to get around the 2?
Man, no, the Hateful Chicken 54, it just could. I just don't think it had anything on that 2 car there. I mean, he was. I just looking at practice, I think that 2 car just had he he just had it, you know. I definitely got to say that Colt, Cody, a lot of guys had some good strategies here. I really like Colt's strategy there to stay out the end. I just think that he didn't anticipate tires to be such an overpower move here. But that's short track racing for you. Anytime we've gone to a short track, whether it be ARCA super late model or Cup car, it seems like if we go to a short track, tires are always the most important thing.
Well, Justin, again, congratulations. As I look at the live timing board here, you were the biggest mover as well, up 8 spots from where you started the race. I see you didn't take a lap in qualifying. Was that kind of a part of the game plan or just other issues?
That was honestly the O2 car, Thomas TCB car. He didn't take qualifying because he was going to go to the rear at the end of the stage anyway, so he didn't see any point in it. And he ran a great race too. I just kind of went with him. I was just like, you know what? If you're not qualifying, I'm not going to qualify either because I had a feeling that it was going to be a little iffy at the start of this race for everybody to get everything situated, which really wasn't the case scenario. I kind of hate I got into Mark. I felt bad about that. Kind of ruined his race, but at least he made a comeback story. But all in all, I'm really proud of the Hateful Chicken team tonight. That Hateful Chicken 54, it just really, really had power when it needed it the most.
All right, Justin. Well, again, congratulations. You've gotten the sponsor plug in about 6 times, but we'll give you an opportunity. Is there anyone else that you need to thank for this evening?
Oh, absolutely. The Hateful Chicken, they're on the car. Bobby, he plays a big role in this league. Cody Harger plays a huge role in this league. Really Cody, he does so much stuff for this league. I gotta give shout out guys like David, the Hateful Chicken. Um, did I say the Hateful Chicken?
You did.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I don't want you to
Anyways,
forget. Don't worry.
yeah, I gotta give a shout out to you, Steve. For definitely putting on events here for the Hateful Chicken. I can't go no more. I really appreciate everybody watching tonight. I really glad to bring home a second place. I wish I could do this in Cup. It's been a frustrating season in Cup. I'm doing great in bonus points, but just can't get those top 5s like I want, or even the top 3s.
Well, either way, Justin, congratulations on the second place. It's been fun to watch you this season, not just here at Super Lates, but ARCA too. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Hateful Chicken Run. I even got my own in. Good luck next week as well.
Thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate you.
Have a good night. It's Justin Napier, your second place finisher here tonight at the SOBO Bash. Last but not least, I'm sure we're going to go to a disappointed Colt Ansley. Let's pull Colt up here into the booth. Colt Ansley, Steve Singer in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
10-4, I got you.
Colt, congratulations. It's a top 3 again. Once again, I'm talking to you in a top 3 interview where it looked like you had this thing secured, and it's just all for naught. Tell us about those last restart, staying out, the tire strategy. Third place, I guess it's not too bad, but walk us through it.
The old saying, you can't fix stupid. And there was a comment during the drivers' meeting that somebody said about the backstretch pit wall, and I've never pitted here, at least not recently. So I thought we entered on the backstretch and wrapped around to the front stretch. And it wasn't until I saw everybody hook a left and a bunch of barriers down on the bottom that I realized, oh, no, that's the entrance to pit road. So had to pit the second lap and went all the way to the back. And I was like, oh, that's another way to throw a race away. But all in all, I was happy with the second run. It was just traffic was so bad. Neil and Bobby were going at it pretty hard, and was trying to stay off of them, but at the same time I was like, all right, I got to go if I'm gonna have a shot at this. And it all ended up working out. I think if I hadn't have pushed as hard as I did in that second run trying to get around those two, I probably would have had a little better tire life when I had to stay out. But Cody was able to do it. It was just a matter of staying on the bottom, not giving him a nose or anything like that. And I tried as hard as I could. He was good on long runs. Neil was, and just is what it is. I'm considering the stupidity that I did earlier. I think this is a good finish, so I'm happy with it.
Well, watching Cody try and hold off the field on old tires, yes, he was able to do it, as you said, holding the bottom. that works in the first half of the race, but I don't see that being a winning strategy later on in a run, or at least with 10 to go. If you got the whole field bearing down on you and you got old tires, you're going to catch a bumper.
Yeah, I did a couple times. Cody and I were actually kind of joking during the race because I had caught him. I was the last guy to catch him before the caution came out, and I was trying not to hit him, but I was also trying to get around him pretty quick, and I kept diving below the line, had to stab the brakes a couple times, and he did a good job holding his own. And so once he caught me on fresh tires the second time, he hit me probably a good half a dozen times, some of them pretty hard. And I just kind of laughed and said, "Hey, I don't mind you hitting me. Just I need this bumper for next week, so don't tear it up too bad."
Right.
And he said, "Oh, so this is what it feels like being behind me." But it it was all fun. I really enjoyed it. I like this track. It's this. I love these little bull ring tracks, man. It's something about them's a blast to me. And wish I could have closed it up, but I got a lot of bonus points now. I think I got pole, led the most laps, and led a lap. So that's extra bonus points for me that I really needed. Thomas had a good run. I think he finished fourth, but I don't know that he led a lap. So I gained a lot of extra bonus points. Bobby, I don't know what happened to him. He checked out early. So good points night. Good solid night all around.
We certainly drove the wheels off the number 86 here tonight. 29 lap older tires in the top two. You still brought it home third, so awesome job for you on that front. Before we let you go, anybody you need to thank that might be helping you on the race car this season?
Yeah, I just got to thank everybody for showing up and putting this series on. It's a blast. We always have really good car counts. Thank you up in the booth for broadcasting. I always go back and watch your shows, and they're really, really good. So kudos to you for that. Hateful Chicken. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. My family back home watching, they're here for every race. For better or worse on my end. Rick Matek for being on the car. Fiverr for being with us also. Just everybody that helps put this on. Everybody at home watching. Without y'all, we wouldn't getting this done.
All right, Colt. Well, as far as I'm concerned, thank you for the pat on the back with the broadcast. Again, I'm still getting my feet wet months into this thing, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I kind of miss racing, but I still get my road course fix every now and then. Hope to see you there next week at Watkins Glen. And before we get too far ahead, though, we'll see you tomorrow, I assume, at Charlotte for the Hateful Chicken run.
Yep, wouldn't miss it, and can't wait to get spun out by you again at the Glen. So that's a common occurrence.
I got to be behind you for that to happen, though, Colt.
Valid point.
Colt Ansley, everyone, your third place finisher here tonight at South Boston. Thanks, Colt. Good luck tomorrow.
10-4, thanks.
That is your top three. A somewhat jovial third place finishing Colt Ansley. Not the win that he thought he may have had secured, but as he even mentioned, a good points night for the 86. Doing well. Let's go over our official race results for tonight's event. Of course, Neil Quick in his second super late model Scars start finishes in the first position. Was second before and first tonight. That's a pretty good average finish to start things out for a newcomer in the series. Second place, Justin Napier, got all 11 of his Hateful Chicken drops in, so took full advantage of the time on air. Colt Ansley we just spoke with in the 86. He finishes third. Cody Harger looks strong early as well. Still brings home a top 5. He's fourth. Thomas McMullen finishes in the 5th spot. Mark Truxell, after going a lap down, gets the lap back, works his way back through, still finishes in the 6th position. Alan DeFries was 7th. Carson Conway was 8th. Jeff Napier 9th. And a tough night for Bobby Hamilton Jr. Rounds out the field 10th, 24 laps down. But that will wrap it up for me. Again, I want to make one more mention here. The American Red Cross certainly needs our help after the tornadoes. If you have any ability to help and donate, please do so. 1-800-HELP-NOW. You can phone them, or if you want to go online and do it, redcross.org/donate/. Minimum donation of $10 if you're going to go online. I'm not sure about the phone call aspect of things, but whatever you can spare, they certainly need the help. Also, I'm seeing that if you can go out and donate blood right now, I think they're giving everybody that does it a $10, I think it's an Amazon gift card. It's not a ton, but for something that you're donating, you're getting something out of it. even better. So keep that in mind. 1-800-HELP now or redcross.org/donate/. Lastly, again, I would like to thank the Hateful Chicken for sponsoring our tonight's event, the Super Late Model Series, the ARCA Series, and the Cup Series. They're deeply involved. They're all watching down at the Hateful Chicken in Ashland City, Tennessee. If you're in the area, hang out or carry out, or just give them a call, 615-246-1563, or stop on down to 164 South Main Street, Suite 300, Ashland City, Tennessee. And last but not least, please like, share, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. You know how it works. On the Facebook side, facebook.com/HollerBoysRacingTV and YouTube at HollerBoysRacingTV. You like the pages, especially on the YouTube side, it helps them determine the algorithm into who they can spread this video out to for more views and that sort of thing. So it really does make a difference. Smashing that like button, sharing it, subscribing across the board, it makes a difference, and it certainly does help. So if you haven't already done so, please do so. Spread the word, tell everybody else, give them the spiel. You know how it goes. So for that, I'm Steve Singer up in the HBR TV booth. Thanks for watching tonight's Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series from South Boston Speedway. Congratulations to Neil Quick. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:45 for the Hateful Chicken Run.